All right, guys, thank you so much for getting on the Team Fit and Fabulous call. It is July 22nd, and we are crushing it this month. I'm so proud of all of you that are really digging deep and getting Success Club points and hitting Success Club and adding, more to our family. I'm so excited about that. This is going to be an amazing year for the team. So with that said, we have decided to do a push. Me and two other of the leaders on the team, Lindsay Hay and Naima Gilchrist, we decided to join heads and really do this awesome training. It's going to be for people that are pushing for diamond in 90 days. We don't exactly have a start date yet or a lot of details, but we are going to do it Zoom chat like we're doing here. So we're going to connect with you. We want to help you reach your goals. We know each of you have come into the business for different reasons. Some of you want to quit your full-time jobs. Some of you want to bring your husbands home. Some of you want to get out of the military. There's so many different reasons, and your whys are different. And some of you just want to do this as a biz or as a hobby or just get the discount. All of those are fine, but if you're really wanting to crush it and dig deep and do this in 90 days, we're going to do this awesome training. We're really just going to hold each other accountable, give you some tips, talk about struggles. It's going to be more one-on-one, and it's going to be amazing. So please contact your upline if you're interested in doing this. I'm really, really excited because I want to help all of you guys reach your goals, and I just know what this opportunity can do and how it can change your life. And I want to pass that on and pay it forward. So, and I know Lindsay and Naima would say the exact same thing. With that said, I'm going to talk about tonight some takeaways from Coach Summit, and primarily one big topic that I want to talk about. I'll go ahead and just kind of summarize Summit because I know there's a lot of us going next year that don't really know what's going on or what's going to take place. So we work hard, but we also play hard in this business. And that is what is so exciting. Like, we work hard, we're helping people, we're crushing goals, and we're a team. This is a team atmosphere, so we do this as a family, right? It's really fun. But when we get together for these events like Coach Summit and Super Saturday that's coming up this coming Saturday, and the Platinum Edge that's in November, when we get together, it's fun. Like, I mean, if you could not tell from our pictures, we like to have fun, right? So it's, there's a little party mixed in with some workshops, some trainings from top coaches like Janelle Summers and Melanie Mitro and Michelle Myers. And I mean, the list goes on and on. These are top coaches, top performing coaches that are giving us little nuggets to take away to help you guys and to help people that aren't even on our teams yet to really reach their goals in the business and to help other people reach their goals. So it's just an event that you really cannot miss if you're serious about the business. It's an event that Summit's an event that you cannot miss. Super Saturdays are events that you cannot miss. The Platinum Edge are events that you cannot miss. Like, these are all events that really help drive your business forward. And if this is a business that you're really ready to take to the next level, it's a non-negotiable. It's something that you just have to do. So I'm going to go back in here and mute more lines because I think there's more people that have popped on. Okay, let me go ahead and minimize that again. And we'll go ahead and dive on into the topic now. So my one big takeaway from this event was actually the theme: everyone matters. Everyone matters. And I know you're probably like me. I was sitting there thinking, yeah, everyone matters. Like, all my coaches matter. Everybody I talk to matters. And it's true. But you also matter. Like, I had to say, Kelsey, you matter. Lindsay, you matter. Naima, you matter. All of you guys matter that are on the call. Eden, you matter. Gabrielle, you matter. Michaela, you matter. Emily, you matter. Rachel, you matter. Lauren, you matter. All of you guys matter. And I just want you to know that you guys all matter. The one thing that I heard time and time again from all of these top coaches, everybody that got on stage, all of these workshops, all the general sessions, every single coach said, you matter. And the one thing that separates from the people that hit, success way up here and the people that drop off is your mindset. It's your mindset. Your mind plays tricks. It does it every single day. I even said to Dean the other day, like, I'm in the council at Kansas City with coaches, and got on this Zoom chat like you guys, and I was sitting there talking to Deborah Basca and Raina Odell, and I just made some comment like, oh, they think da-da-da-da, and Dean's like, well, did they say that? And I was like, no. He's like, that's your own thoughts. And he was right. Those are my own thoughts. It's my mindset. So I struggle with this too. I'm not perfect, but it's personal development, and being around you guys and like-minded people is what drives you forward and keeps you going and keeps you having to see success. So I have 6 main points that I'm going to talk about today that really deals with your mindset and how you can make that change, because this is something that, yes, I still struggle with. Janelle Summers still struggles with it. I don't know if you heard Shalene's latest podcast about who's more of a people pleaser, and she said my sister Janelle is way more of a people pleaser. So it's something that even Janelle Summers, top earner in Beachbody, she struggles with this. So is it possible if you struggle with this? Yes, absolutely. It's just something that we all have to work on every day. So my number 1 point, so if you're taking notes, write this down. It starts with you. Your mindset, number 1, it starts with you. You have to have that unstoppable positive attitude. The kind of attitude that when you have a bummer day and somebody tells you no, and you thought they were going to buy a challenge pack, like they were talking to you for 2 or 3 weeks straight and they kept saying, yeah, and then they come back and say, this isn't the right time. That kind of stuff can get you down. It's gotten me down in the past. But you have to have that mindset where you give yourself like a 10-second pity party, and then you're like, okay, I have to move on. You just kind of have to develop that. You have to have that thick skin, and you have to have that mindset. It's a mindset. And it took me a while. It took me a long while to really develop that, because I thought it was me. I thought there was something wrong with me or something I said, and I didn't want to be salesy. I didn't want to be pushy. So then it started holding me back for a while. Like I was scared to ask because I didn't want to be like that. So it's all in your head. Once again, it was all in my head. Like that was just my own thoughts. It was my own thoughts that was holding me back. You really have to have the unstoppable positive attitude, and you have to know and you have to understand. Lindsay Matway said this weekend that you cannot change others. The only person you can change is you. And I've heard that a million times, but for some reason, this time at Summit, it just like all made sense. There's been so many times that I've tried to convince somebody to drop their excuses, or to convince somebody that, just to try to tell them like, it's possible, and just to keep reminding them. And really, they have to know that it's possible. They have to be ready, and they have to be ready to make the change. Like you can be there when they're ready, but you can't change somebody's mind, or you can't change somebody's thought process. It has to be on them. And when that hit me, like I just realized, you can't force anybody. You can't force anybody to work the business. You can't force anybody to sign on as a coach. You can't force anybody to have that mindset. Because I know as coaches, we all see huge potential in people, and we can see it most of the time, but they can't see it. And so you just have to be there for them, and when they're ready, allow them in, but you can't force anything. So the number 1 thing is to change you. And how do you change you? Through personal development and reading books to better you, to make you better, so that you start attracting the kind of person that wants to do this, that's ready to make the change. And they kind of see you as that go-to person. And that takes time to build that up. So just know that. Like I said, the one person that you cannot change is you. Kind of think of it like politics. Like if somebody's a strong liberal and somebody's a strong Republican, are you going to change their mind? No. Like their beliefs is how it is. So it's the same way it's true if with challenge packs and signing on to be a coach. If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. And if they're not ready, they're not ready. So just know that. That was my number 1 tip. Number 2 is believe in the programs and products that we offer. So if you're signing on as you're a new coach and you haven't really done maybe a lot of the programs and products, try one. Do the 3-day refresh. Do the 21-day fix. Do a short program to get results fast and share them publicly. I know that's scary, but that's going to build your belief in what we have to offer. Get on Shakeology, see results. And it doesn't have to be weight loss, guys. It does not have to be weight loss. It can be more energy, better digestion. It helps with your cravings. Hey, it can be a scale, what do they call it? Gosh, my mind went blank. A non-scale victory. I got it. And maybe you fit into like your favorite dress that you haven't worn in years or something like that. But maybe you didn't lose any weight, right? That's a victory. That seems success. There, you're going to develop the belief in the products. Therefore, your mindset's going to change about what we have to offer. That's number 2. Now you take a drink of water. Okay, so number 3. Believe that you can achieve high-level success. Believe that. Like, I know in the beginning, like, I was unsure, but seeing so many people and different personalities, people that were really, really shy. Who is it? I think Lori Stewart is super quiet, very soft-spoken. And when she got on the team call, I was like, or the National Wake Up Call, I was like, oh my gosh, you don't have to be super outgoing. You don't have to be an extrovert or an introvert. You can be whatever you want to be, but the core of it is really helping people. You can be super, super fit like Janelle Summers, or you can be a work in progress all the time, and that can be your struggle, or maybe you still have 50 pounds to lose. That doesn't determine whether you're going to be successful in this business or not. So just believing you can do this. I mean, you can achieve high levels of success. One huge pet peeve of mine, and I know it is Janelle's too, is people that like sign up to become a coach and they're like, well, I'm going to try this out for 3 to 6 months. And if it works, great. And if it doesn't, I'll probably end up quitting, or I'll just try it out and see if it works. That's very similar to, having a baby and saying, we'll see if this works out. We'll see, I'll give this baby like 3 to 6 months. If it's super cranky, whatever, I return it. It doesn't work like that. Kind of the same is true if you invested $500,000 and opened up this new restaurant. You put all this work into it, a lot of financial investment. You opened this up, you were super excited, nobody showed up. Or when they did, they didn't really like it. And you've invested all this money. Would you just give up after 3 months, 6 months? Probably not. You're going to tweak your recipe a little bit. You're going to add things to your menu. You're going to keep tweaking and figuring out what's working, what's not working, because you've invested a lot of money in this, right? So you can't just have this mindset, well, if it works, great. If it doesn't, fine too, whatever. You have to really have this attitude like you've been all in, to have the attitude like you've invested $500,000. And if it doesn't work in the beginning, it doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. You just have to do a little tweaking. What works for me and what works for Lindsay are 2 different things. What works for me and Naima, 2 different things. So every person is different. If it worked the same for everybody, it wouldn't be the same. Like we're all individual people, and God made us all different for a reason. So we all have different value to add to people. So just know that this is not a quick get rich quick scheme. It's not. It does take time to build the business. But when it does become lucrative and financially rewarding. But for me, what is the most rewarding is helping other people see that. And so, and I think that's why we're all here, is to help other people. So number 3 tip. Number 4, does this happen to the person who signed up that day? So what am I saying by that? Kelsey signed up 2 years ago. That's me. In case you didn't know. But I signed up a little over 2 years ago. Am I the same person that I was 2.5 years ago? No. I've had to do a lot of personal development. I'm by nature a very much of a people person, people pleaser. I'm a very people pleaser. Like, I want to make everybody happy. And I'm also very unorganized. I'm also not self-disciplined. I'm disciplined when somebody tells me I need to show up, like when I was at work and I had to do these quarterly updates, I would show up because they would write me up if I didn't show up. You know, you only have like one to miss in a year, so like I better show up. But self-discipline, showing up because I said I was going to show up, that's hard for me, and it still is. But being in personal development, reading books like The Compound Effect and The Slight Edge has made me realize that what I do every single day compounds over time and adds up. So would I be here today if I did not do personal development? Probably not, because that's made me who I am today. And there's people that struggle in leadership areas, like I said, organizational areas, just different areas, and we're all different. You have to just take a good hard look at yourself and think, okay, what do I need to improve on? What do I need to hear right now? And you need to find a book in that and really grow as a person, because that's going to keep you going. And the more you can help yourself, the more you're going to be able to give back and help other people. So diving into personal development, that's huge, 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 huge. Basically, just get better. That's what we're here to do, is to get better. Number 5 is success isn't convenient. I actually went to see Dave Ramsey when I was in Nashville, and I bought this little DVD thing. I get this CD, not DVD. Dean and I did, and we listened to it while we were in Nashville, and it's like a 30-minute thing. It talks about high-performance achievers and what it takes to be a high-performance achiever in any area of your life. I don't know if you guys noticed, but to be successful in finances, in business, in fitness, in nutrition, in any area, it kind of takes the same types of things, just looking at it from a different perspective. But it all boils down to consistency and staying on top of it. But with that, when you're dedicating yourself to something new that you are really wanting to be successful at, whether that's running a full marathon, starting a Beachbody business, getting back on track with your health and nutrition, you have to know it's going to take some time in the beginning. And so therefore you have to know that it's going to take sacrifice. So you have to write down on paper what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not willing to sacrifice. And that goes in with your mindset. When you write that down, it's easy to say no to some things. Not easy, but it's in black and white. Like, you don't have to think, is this the right decision? For example, Dave Ramsey he was going for this full marathon. He was running and running and running. He got to like 3 weeks out or something. And he had some friends that were like in from out of town, and they wanted to go out and have a drink and get together and go have this fancy meal, unhealthy food. And he just said, I've worked really, really, really hard for running this full marathon. I can't. That was a sacrifice he realized he could not make. Another good sacrifice, the example he gave was, he was not leaving Nashville, Tennessee. He said that from the beginning. That's where he grew up. That's where his family is. That's where he's raised his kids. He was not leaving Nashville, Tennessee. Sacrifice he was not willing to give up. I think it was ABC or some TV show had offered him to move to LA to do this TV show. And he easily said, no, like, that's not a sacrifice I'm willing to make. The sacrifices he was willing to make was to lose sleep to do his training, was to shop better for nutrition so he'd be able to perform better in his marathon. So those are just some examples. You have to know, okay, these are my goals. This is what I'm willing to sacrifice. This is what I'm not. In my business, when I was growing it and where I am today and what I'm continuing to do, sacrifices I was not willing to make was time with my family outside of the business. So like tonight, I'm willing to take that sacrifice tonight. But we also have dedicated one night a week that's family night, one night a week that's date night. So we've made that very clear. It's black and white. I can't, on that certain night, like, I'm not going to plan anything else because that's family night. And so making that very clear and very evident, I don't have to think about that twice. Something that I've sacrificed is I used to be a huge, like, Bachelor fan, and I was always up on, like, reality TV, and I don't really watch TV anymore. We actually got rid of cable, so saving money there too. But so you have to know, like, what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not willing to sacrifice to grow your business and to excel in that certain area. And that's just huge, and it's going to be different for different people. So just know that too. Maybe The Bachelor is something you're not willing to sacrifice, but then maybe you're not going to go to dinner with a bunch of friends on Friday night because you're going to work your business that night. So it's going to be different, like I said, for every person. Number 6, this is the last tip, is ditching perfectionism. It's, again, a mindset. I think we've all went through college or high school or some sort of educational thing, and we are so taught to get an A, to work our butt off, get it, just nail it. There's going to be no question about it. We're going to succeed. We're going to do this, right? Owning your own business in Beachbody is actually the opposite. The faster you fail, the faster you succeed. And I know that sounds so funny, but it's true. Like, the more you post, the more you realize what works, what doesn't work. The more you figure out, oh, that wording to that person doesn't work. I'm going to try this wording and see if it works. So the faster you fail, the faster you'll see success. The more people you talk to, the faster you're going to see success. The more you put yourself out there, the more you're going to see success. The more you go out of your comfort zone, the more you're going to see success. So the faster you fail, the faster you'll see success in this business. So it's totally the opposite. So you really have to train your mind like, okay, I might fail, but let's go for it. And, if it's a scary post and you're afraid of it failing, tag all of us. I don't care. Tag me so I see it. I'm more than willing to cheer you on because I think it's awesome. But just be authentically you. Be original. You don't have to copy anybody. Just be you and speak from your heart and what you're dealing with in your life and how you're going to make a change. I think when it's easy to think to kind of only show people your highlight reel, like, this is me, perfect, because once again, I think it goes back to how we were trained, like, be perfect, get straight A's, right? And so I think retraining your brain, like, we can show our flaws and we can show it's hard. I think a great example of that is Dean's post last night when we were gone all week last week in Nashville. So he was super behind in emails. So he's trying to play catch up this week and working late, and he hasn't seen Ruby much. And I think really going into detail with his story, I think other people could relate. And it was hard for him to share that. But I think it was worth it. I think other people seen themselves. I think other people can relate to working late, not seeing their kids much, and being out of town and things like that. So ditching that perfectionism, go for failure. When you fail, you'll fail forward. If you haven't read that book by John Maxwell, that's a good one. So I'm going to leave you with 2 quotes. Write these down. The first is by Dave Ramsey. I love him if you haven't noticed. Live like no one else now so that later you can live like no one else. So living like no one else now, meaning we're going to just work hard. We're going to really put ourselves out there so that later we can have this life that we never even dreamed of. And it's amazing. So I can see it. Got to visualize it. Got to see it. Another tip that I've heard from top coaches, but also another quote, this is a quote from Dave Ramsey when I was actually there, almost a week ago. He said this. This was in his radio show. He said, if you want to make more money, help more people. I think there's a direct correlation with that. So if you're not making what you want to make, help more people. Bottom line. That's all I have with this. However, let me see. I don't even know how much time I have left. I think I have some time. So I'm going to share my screen. There's a video. Those of you guys that went to Summit, you'll have seen this video, but I want to share this. It's like a 2 or 3 minute clip of a video that I think is important for you all to see. Can you see it?
I got a simple question for you. Here's the question. Do you believe that one day you're not going to live in the world that was given to you? That's right. But you are going to actually live in the world that you dream of. You got to make every single second count. You got to go in the future and see it, baby. And you got to come back in the present. You got to take that big goal, that big dream, that big reality. That's what I said. You got to take that big reality, and you got to take small steps to make it manageable, to making your dreams become reality. Think big, dream big, but start small. That's right, start small. Remember what I told you. Start where you are with what you have, because what you have is plenty.
That the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself. There's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm.
You don't have to personally be perfect. Are you hearing me? There are those of you right now, you should have cut a CD. You should have wrote a book. You should have got in school and got that degree. You should have started your own business. There's so many things you should have done. You should have done, but you didn't do it because you're scared. You believe that you said scared of what? I ain't scared. You are scared. You are scared. You're scared of failure. You're scared to make a mistake. You're scared that you're not perfect. And I'm telling you today, you ain't got to be perfect. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You don't have to be perfect to get what you want, to do what you want, to have what you want, to be what you want. You don't have to be perfect. It's a lie. There will never be a point in your time in your life where it's the right time to do a great thing. If you're waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect timing, it's not going to happen. You know what you have to do? You have to create the perfect time and the perfect opportunity and the perfect situation.
So that a lot of people become comfortable. They stop growing. They stop wanting anything. They become satisfied. People getting ready to go to jobs that they don't like. Jobs that are making them sick. You see, when you're not pursuing your goal, you are literally committing spiritual suicide. When you have some goal out here that you're stretching for and reaching for that takes you out of your comfort zone, you'll find out some talents and abilities you have that you didn't know you have. When the messenger of misery visits you, what are you going to do? What will keep you in the game?
There are things that you think you'll never need to know, that you may only need to know one time in your life, but that could save your life because you had that knowledge.
Unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. What is it that you looked at some point in time and you decided that you couldn't do it, that you talked yourself out of it?
You're waiting on your next door neighbor to make it happen for you. It may not happen. If you're waiting on your mother or your father, they may be so ancient in their thinking that they don't understand this opportunity that you have. And if you're waiting on them, it may never get done. You don't beg average people to be phenomenal. You don't beg good people to be phenomenal. You just are phenomenal, and you will attract phenomenal.
What reason can you remember that you can call on, that you can reach on, that can make you get back up? Find that reason.
If you're not where you are, if you're not where you want to be, if you don't have what you want to have, if you're not where you think you should be at this particular place, it has nothing to do with the system, but it has everything to do with the fact that you're not making the sacrifice. I want you to make that dream become a reality, because if you don't, you will be working for somebody else to make their dreams become a reality. Question is, what are you going to do with your time? What drives you? Greatness is a lot of small things done well. Day after day, workout after workout, obedience after obedience, day after day.
When things don't work out for you, when things happen that you could not anticipate, what are the reasons that you can think of that can keep you strong? You will never, ever be successful until you turn your pain into greatness, until you allow your pain to push you from where you are to push you to where you need to be. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your prize, a part of your product. I challenge you to push yourself. See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there at a low level. But it calls on everything in you. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself.
I mean that what you did last week don't count. Today, the only important day. There are 86,400 seconds in a day, and how you use those are critical. You got 86,400 today, and what you do today is going to see who you are. Nobody's going to talk about what you did last week. You have this opportunity of a lifetime. It means absolutely nothing if you don't take advantage of it in the lifetime of this opportunity.
I got a saying that when life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it. See, it's time now. If you want to make this your decade, you've got to start saying yes to your life. You've got to start saying yes to your dreams, yes to your unfolding future, yes to your potential, as opposed to saying no.
When you die on E. Leave no dream left behind, God. Leave no opportunity left behind. When you leave this earth, accomplish every single thing you can accomplish. Listen to me, you're going to be here one day, but you'll never get here if you give up, if you give in, if you quit. And finally, guys, you got to want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. I'm not afraid to take a stand, take a stand. Everybody, come take mine, come take mine. Let's go together.
So yeah, I think that last quote, you want success more than you want to breathe, is so true. Like it's what has to keep you going. So I hope you guys enjoy that video. We have like 5 minutes, I think I guess a little less than 6 minutes if you guys want to open it up for a little discussion or question and answer type thing. So just unmute your line. Nobody? Okay, I'm going to start calling on people.
What was your number 4?
My number 4. Oh, okay. Oh, does this happen to the person you are when you start? And the answer is no, because you need that personal development. Any other questions or takeaways?
Can I make a comment?
Yeah, go girl.
Yeah. So I hope that everyone on this line is registered for Summit next year. I'm just saying, we had an awesome time, and everyone needs to get their life together. But no, we had an amazing time, and it was seriously life-changing. Even if you are just on your fitness journey, if you have an inkling that you're interested in the business, or if you are pursuing the business, I'm telling you that event is life-changing. Not only do you get to see the personality of the family, we get all together, but you get some amazing resources from all these trainings. So I hope that everyone's registered, or either if they haven't registered already, or sitting on the waiting list. So I'm excited to get there next year and just to see everybody, because we had an amazing time. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, we did have some quotes that came from it. I mean, get your life together, like we always said that, right? And what was the other one? Oh, beep, beep, because Dean brought out his British accent.
Can you guys hear me, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, it's Leslie. I heard all of it except for number 3. Just the main, what was the main point?
Okay, the main point on number 3 was believe that you can achieve high level success. I'll go. You want me to go through all the points again, guys? Just the points. Okay. So number 1 was it starts with you, and you have to have that unstoppable positive attitude. Number 2 is belief in the programs and products. Number 3 is believe that you can have or you can achieve high-level success. Number 4, does it happen to the person that you are today or when you join? Number 5 is success isn't convenient. And number 6 is ditch perfectionism.
Kelsey, can I add something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it was number 2. I think it was number 2. You said believe in the products, programs and products. And I remember that you told me this kind of as a newer coach back when, that you have to believe in the business too. Because I think starting off as a new coach, it's really hard to share this business opportunity with people if you have not yet seen your own success, whether it be financially or fitness, but that you're still on your journey, which we're always on our journey. But you just have to believe and surround yourself with people who are leading with integrity and who are leading with, the type of leadership that you want to become. Follow those people, see their success, share their success, because it is hard to share with someone the success of the business if you have not reached that success yet. And I just remember telling Kelsey I was struggling with sharing the business because I hadn't, reached the success I was looking for or whatnot. And she told me, you have to believe in the business. And doing this 2 years now, I've believed, and I keep believing, and it's coming. And just hang on, guys, because it's coming. You just have to believe in the process of it. So,
Well,
yeah.
and to add to that, Lindsay, I don't think any coach really feels successful because there's always something higher that you're shooting for. Some people might look at me and say, "Oh, she's 3-star and she's so successful." Where I'm like, "Well, I want to help more people." Janelle, I know thinks the same. She's 3-time 15-star and she's still like, "What can I do for my team to help them see more success and faster success?" So I think that's true. I just think you all have to believe in the opportunity in the business, and no matter where you are at, I think you're going to feel that way. So you really just have to believe. So I like that. Thank you.
Believe it.
Believe it. Get your life together.
Get your life together. How about it?
All right, guys. Well, I think we have less than a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And thank you all for getting on. If you have questions later, please don't hesitate to